Hello everybody, I Katiplayer and well, I'm back. Finally, I'm back and I'm fully sorry that I took a little bit of while of back to publish my videos is because like last video that I uploaded is 4 1 week and of course I explain everything that I travel abroad and everything blah 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 blah. You of course already know that. But here's the thing though. I'm back here in Brazil in the last Thursday. Yes, and the last Thursday I'm back to Brazil. But the problem is, when you travel abroad and the things you do, the things what what you experience, you get tired. Like for example, in the first day, in my experience, I actually doing this to share a little bit, but I don't want to take a lot of time to you guys because I really want to share my video, share this video to you, my experience on my travel, to you guys. So I don't want to take so long a time. So anyway, the first day, like I said, in the first day, which is in Rome, we walk a lot. We will walk so much so that my feet was really hurting. Yeah, was hurting. It hurt so badly that the moment that I is sitting on the chair or even lying down in the bed, it was really a huge relief. And the other days it was kind of the same things. I walk a lot. Me and my rest of my family walk a lot. And many people wondering, oh, this trip you going, what you did is cool. You're gonna share. Well, to be honest, I won't lie. It's my third time that I visit Italy, Rome. Yes, it's my third time to visit Rome. So yeah, I am kind of familiar, kind of familiar, quote unquote, because I already visit, the Vatican City, the Sistine Chapel, the St. Peter's Square, the St. Peter's Church, the Fontana di Trevi, the Pantheon, the Coliseum. I kind of, really familiar. And, besides all the ship, because it was big ship, beautiful big ship, which is, of course, the MEC World Europa. Nice ship, a lot of things to do. Unfortunately, I had to pay on this freaking ship, everything I had to pay. So, me as a Brazilian, since I poor, if you case you don't know, Brazilian is, unfortunately, is not like a country of a superpower powers like in United States, Canada, Japan, Korea, and the rest of the most of the European countries. Unfortunately, things like when you travel abroad, you know, for the Brazilians, it's kind of literally a form a status because it's not every Brazilian that unfortunately is not able to to travel abroad, especially abroad with as a vacation with a family with a bunch of people, and we are literally on the 7 people aboard in this trip. It was me, my parents, my brother, my sister-in-law, and my mother-in-law, and my grandmother. Yes, there were 7 people on this trip. So can you imagine how much money that my father, spent on? He spent a lot on this trip. So so much so that things like the excursions of the ship, we really did make it. We didn't do it because otherwise it's another expense, it's another bill had to pay later, and of course it's not cheap, especially if you pay in euro and instead of dollar. Even in dollar for us in the Brazilian is really super expensive. I cannot say this, unfortunately, because of the, what could say, delicate policy situation, which of course I cannot say because I don't want to take a risk. What else going on? But if the case you have Twitter, you see on the Brazilian channels, especially for the Brazilian people who's on Twitter, or more like, or you go on your YouTube itself and see and make research what the heck's going on here. You are going to understand. So unfortunately, I cannot say this. But but one thing I will say is, a delicate political situation. That unfortunately I cannot say this. So anyway, back in the trip, it was a nice trip, and all these places where we're going on the cruise ship is literally is the same thing, the same places that I visited before, you know. And besides one place, which is called Messina in Italy, it's just in Messina. Unfortunately, on this day we don't didn't too much so unless you go to a church, which has a beautiful clock tower and an interesting clock tower on this place. But the rest, like the places where we visited, like Malta, Barcelona, Spain, Marseille in France, and Genova, I already visit. But in my experience, all these places, is already beautiful. Especially in Marseille, I remember that in Marseille we didn't explore properly in this city, on this town, I could say, on Marseille in France. We kind of make a huge quick, walking on everything, and that's it. We got after that we go to the port, we go to the ship. This time, no, we display way more. Despite, unfortunately, in Marseille and Genova, it rained. It rained a lot, and the people, of course, you guys like Canadians, Americans, Japanese, Koreans, and the rest of European food. You have cold temperatures. You have your winter with the snow, everything. In Brazil, we don't have this. So in Brazil, in the winter times, the coldest temperature I could say what happens here in Brazil, especially where I live, which is São Paulo, the coldest day in the minimum temperature will be 13, 14, 15 degrees Celsius. Yes, this is the coldest. In the rare occasions, if we go to the south of the south of the Brazil, which is the southeast states, which is Rio Grande do Sul, in even Gramado also happens this in the rare occasions. There is snow, but it's like I say, it's a really, really rare occasion. It's not very often. But in Brazil, since we don't have this, because Brazil is a tropical country, so many people, so me and the rest of my family don't have the adaptation to live in the colder places, especially on the what we've been through. But for me, I like the cold, so for me, the cold never ever bothers me. And for you folks, maybe you could be surprised, but I don't like the heat. I fucking hate the heat. I don't like the heat at all. If I go to the beaches, I don't like to stay so much time at the beach, because in the moment I sense the heat on my body, I immediately start to sweating a lot. I have no idea how much I suffered in what it was in Mexico, Cancun. I was literally suffering for the freaking heat. The moment I get out of the room, I immediately started sweating. I hate this. It was really uncomfortable. I kind of smell a lot, really bad. And unfortunately I cannot use the same freaking clothes again. So I had to, after that I had to put it away, to separate it with the dirty clothes, With the cold, no, the clothes. Oh, I cannot sweat a lot, so I cannot sweat because otherwise, because you're cold. So I can use this shirt. Oh, if I not sweat or I'll make it dirty. I can use the same clothes again and again and again for a few days, no problem. And that's why I like the thing. And plus, you can protect the cold. Like, oh, you're cold? Okay, fine. You can use clothes. You can use a jacket. Beautiful clothes. That's the kind of stuff. But this is my experience. It was not only for the cold. Now, if you're wondering for me about the food, well, I cannot say about much about the food, like because mostly that what I ate it was on a cruise ship, so I can eat literally anything that I wanted. Only the difference, the the unique dishes that I ate it was is when I was in Rome. When it was in Rome, in Italy. Of course, I ate the local food like pizza, carbonara, I mean, pizza, pasta freddo, amatriciana, pizza matriciana. There wasn't the good ones, especially the pizza matriciana, the pasta amatriciana, the pasta freddo. That was really, really good. It was really, really, really good. It was really tasty. You know, the carbonara also was really great. Just unfortunately, carbonara for me, I don't know what happens to me, but every time that I ate carbonara in Italy, I had to really go to the bathroom, the restroom, because I don't know, maybe it's the season or if it's the way how they cook. Like they use, I know in the recipes on the carbonara, they use a cheese and eggs alongside and eggs. I think maybe it's the egg, something about the egg that messed with my stomach. Because my stomach had to immediately go to the bathroom after a while. And that's why I always leave the carbonara to dinner time, because otherwise because I eat the dinner, so I can go back to the hotel and of course use the restaurant or my room or the hotel. But besides that, like for example, Malta, like I said, all these places like Malta, Genova, Barcelona, uh, Marseille, and Genova is already visit. It's not my only Messina is the only Messina, but unfortunately, we cannot do that because, like I say, we have 7 peoples, and we don't have money for excursion for the 7 peoples. It's going to be really, really expensive. And second thing, unfortunately for my grandmother, first she barely can see much. Like she's not 100% blind, but she can barely see anything properly. She can still see. She's totally not totally blind, but she has a blurry vision. And not only that, she's unfortunately, maybe if you see on my Twitter last year what happens a unfortunately tragedy in my family, which is my grandfather unfortunately passed away, and of course my grandmother unfortunately she not passed on the stage to, I could say, to move on. She doesn't she don't she unfortunately she didn't have this mind to to move on, to live, because come on, think it. People like this, when you experience someone, uh someone of your life, is already passed on, unfortunately passed on. What I was gonna expect? We wanted to expect to to live more. Like for example, if I have the same kind of experience, like for example, I have a wife. She lived alongside with me for a long time, and then of course she unfortunately passed away. Unfortunately, she passes away. What I'm gonna feel? I'm gonna, of course, obviously, in the beginning, I'm gonna feel super bad. I want a time to mourn, but after a while, like you know, you have to enjoy your life the best you can because it's just something that happened to her. It also happened to me, so I would rather, to spend the rest of my life with my family, and of course, want to travel more, stay more with them, not like the way she doing, which is unfortunately, is a it's a delicate situation, and I don't want to put this because it's really personal to us. So I don't want to put all of the details, but I wanted to understand this. But besides this, like everything is fine. Everything was good. We enjoy a lot, and we're going back to Brazil. And the moment we're going back, I was not put like I I was not getting into the thing of the you know publish things on YouTube or doing things. No, I was kind of lazy. Like I think I was not like I was ready, but I was kind of a process. I could say like my like for example my biological clock was kind of a little bit of a mess since I came back to Brazil because when you were there so for so long, so you're gonna get used with the time zone with the place, and when you get used to the time zone of the place, you feel better, you adapt. But the moment you get back and the time zone is different, it was man, it was so weird. Like there was literally there was a day which it was it was dinner time, but I wasn't hungry, or even I even feel tired. I was fully energized, fully awake. And when it was back at the gym, it was the same thing. I was in the gym, and the moment I started working on, the walking on, I can feel a lot of my, my eyes starting to get all sleepy. I said, oh my goodness, am I feel sleepy because I was because my body clock was so freaking mess, and it was time to get used to it. But I knew I had to wait. I had to go back. I knew it, so that's why I decided to do this because I'm back. Everything's going well, and of course, look, and of course, keep it keep it on. Continue on my work here on YouTube. And luckily for me, everything Devil May Cry 4 special action is already done. Is already done. Only things left to do is make the thumbnail. That's it. But the thumbnail is easy peasy lemon squeezy, so there's no problem. And of course, I know that you people want to know how can I end the Devil May Cry 4 special action with a Lady Trish, and not only you want to know how to end, but also you really kind of want to see the gameplay of the Trish. Don't worry, don't worry. This video will come, and not only this video will come, but also the next game they are already started the recording is already on the process. Only things left to do is to edit my videos. That's it. The rest is still coming. So thank you guys so much. I hope you all enjoy. Thank you guys so much. I hope you all understand why I took a little bit longer time to once again return. And I'm really sorry about that. So stay tuned for the next for the continuation of the Devil May Cry 4 special action with the lady. stay tuned for that. So thank you guys so much to watch this video, and I hope you and you're gonna see the rest of the day. So long, follow.